Hi everybody, welcome to S&S Southern Styles. I am today's host, Mrs. Taylor, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how to make these adorable snow globes. And I made this one especially for my grandma-in-law. She loves these snowmen. But I hope that y'all can stick through it and y'all enjoy it. Before we go, I have to tell y'all the paint. So I will be using this silver, this gold, this yellow, this green, this blue, and this white. Good luck, guys. It has been a week that these snow globes have been drying. I know they don't look like snow globes. No, they look goofy. Hang with me. So we're going to paint these up and we're going to make them look fine and dandy. We're going to take this brown that I made, and how I made it is I mixed this white together with this brown, if y'all can see them, this white with this brown this dry, darker than what it appears. So if you mix the color together and you want it to be darker, do keep in mind, put it down on a piece of paper, make sure that's the darkness that you want it to be. And from here we are going to paint the whole thing this color brown, because at the end of the day I want this to look like a sugar cookie. I'm on a cookie thing, what can I say? Think of Christmas, I think of the sugar cookies. So I'm painting both of them at the same time, because hopefully by the time I have one painted, I can flip it all on over and work on the other. So I spend less time setting off and staring into the void of nothingness. And we're going to flip it over. We're going to paint this side. And the paints that I am using is fast drying paints. That's the only reason why I'm able to go through this all so quickly. And do keep in mind when you're done with this project, you are going to want to put Mod Podge over it or resin, because the paint will chip off. I think I forgot to say that in a couple of these other videos. I'm so sorry. And now she sets and she waits. It won't be a long wait, but it will still be a wait. From this point, we are going to roll out our clay as if we were rolling out cookie dough. I'm pressing down in the center of it and I'm just pushing it out. I'm going to probably only make 4 of these just because of how low on clay I am getting. Maybe just 2. I'm going to just make 2 of these because I am getting really low on clay. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough left over to make some of the other things I want to make. So depending on how thick you roll out your clay, forgot all of this, I am so sorry. Depending on how thick you roll out your clay is going to depend on how thick your snow globe is going to end up being. So once you've taken your snow globe and you pressed everything out, go ahead and remove the excess clay around it. Be very careful not to rip up any of your snow globes. If your snow globe does come off when you pull up your excess clay, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and separate your cutout from the extra and just gently move up your snow globes off of your table. And if it rolls up, it's an easy fix. It won't take a lot. to fix it back up. If you don't like how it looks, you can easily flatten it out and recut again, which I think I can do just to reshape it. Yeah, I absolutely could. Yeah, still kind of looks a little goofy. It'd be okay. Yeah, it just looks a little goofy. It's okay. Once we paint it up, it'll be fine. People will understand what it is. It can be off-centered. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to leave these how they are, turn them into pins or just earrings, you can do that. If you want to put them onto a bracelet or onto dangly earrings where you're going to have to put a jump loop through it, you're going to want to put holes through these. I'm not going to, so I want to leave them how they are, but I will show you how you can put a hole through them. So you'll have your clay and you'll grab a toothpick or a pencil, anything that has a pointed end on it, and you're just going to push it through the clay. And what you do to one side, you're going to have to do to the other, because just because that opening looks big enough, when you flip it over, you're going to realize that on the other side it wasn't. So just make sure that you do it to both sides, so that way both sides has an even opening. Now I'm going to set these off over to the side, and they're going to take about 2 to 3 days to fully dry up. I will show y'all the steps of what they look like when they dry. Now, depending on how thick you made them is going to fully depend on how long it's going to take for them to dry. But I will see y'all then. Here are the snow globes. The snow globes aren't fully dry yet. It's taken about 5 days for these fellas, and they're still not dry yet. I did make them really thick, so I'm going to set them off to the side, and I'm going to wait about 2 more days and check up on them and see how much more I have left to go from there. But as you can tell, there's a big color difference, and also at this point you can still carve into them if you want to. Just be careful, because the places that you carve might chip a little bit. I didn't show y'all an appropriate time to where you can carve into them, because this is about the ending point, and I'm sorry about that. But I will see y'all in a couple more days. Alrighty, she's waited long enough. She's good and dry. We are going to now put a layer of white down. And I know we just painted the whole thing, and now we're turning around. It's the icing of the cookie. It is important. We are going to use the outline of the cookie itself in order to determine the shape of what we want this snow globe to look like. I know it doesn't look like a perfect circle. I will try to make it at least a halfway perfect circle, and I will fail because it will not work. But I tried. We are going to go here. We are once again going to try and make a perfect circle and fail at it miserably. Now, instead of me drawing the circle, I'm kind of moving. I am moving my clay around in my fingers to try and help. I don't know how much that succeeded, if it succeeded at all. Alrighty, so here are my snow globes. We are going to get the basin done on the first before we actually get started. We are going to get started on the base of it first before we get started on the design of the snow globe. Each base I'm going to do a different color. No, not me. So the first base I'm going to do in this beautiful silver color. And then in the second one, its base will be a two-parter. But I am already getting ahead of myself. And that one's done. Cleaning off my paintbrush. Lid, lid, lid. Lid. We are getting our beautiful yellow. I'm going to make a mess like I always do. Have been. I'll be okay. And we are going to go through and put this beautiful, beautiful bright yellow down. And then we're going to cover it up. We haven't made it there yet. Beautiful, beautiful. Now while we're waiting for the yellow to dry, because we're not done with it, we're going to get started on this one. And what we are going to do with this one is I have this beautiful blue. And we are going to make my grandma's in-law's favorite snowman. And I'm going to leave it in her house. Don't tell her. I'm going to use this beautiful blue and I'm going to paint it around the snow globe. I am going to leave a white outline around the edge of the snow globe, so that way it leaves a glass look. Yeah. Oh. And now it's time to work on the snowman. We're going to go through and we are going to make the snow on the snow globe. And then we are going to do a blob. And then we're going to put another blob on top of that first blob. Just like that. Isn't it beautiful? Then of course, you can't have a snowman or a snow globe without snow. We're going to add some snow into it. If you have sparkles, I recommend you putting sparkles down on it. That would give a beautiful effect. I'm just doing different size dots to make different size snow. And our snow globe for our snowman that my grandma's going to love. Now with that same yellow that I used in order for the basin on that, I'm going to use to make a nose on my snowman. Now my snowman loves the snow, so he is going to be looking up at it. So he's trying to catch himself a little snowflake. Here is the snowman, her favorite snowman. Now we're going to let him sit off to the side and dry up, and we're going to get working on this one. Now this one, we need to work on the base. This beautiful gold that I will be using in order to make the base. And the base is done. With this one, I'm using this color green in order to make a Christmas tree. We're just going to go through. We're just going to make a beautiful Christmas tree. I didn't know what color to add to the background of this, so I'm not going to add any color to it. I don't know if any of that makes sense. We have a beautiful Christmas tree that will have ornaments and decorations to it. Now with this color green, I'm going to go through and add highlights to my Christmas tree. And what's a Christmas tree without a Christmas star? So I'm going to get that gold color again, and we're going to add a little star to it. Now, I'm just going to go through and make a circle. Hopefully y'all can see that. And then I'm just going to add lines coming off of that circle. So not really making a star, more or less, than I am just making squiggles. See, Christmas star. We're going to add Christmas lights to it. And I have red and some other colors that we will use as ornaments. I think will make this look beautiful. So here's our red. With our red, we're going to add ornaments to it. See? Isn't it lovely? Now, of course, it's still a snow globe and it still needs snow. The silver that we used for the previous one is what's going to make our snowflakes on this one. I'm just going to add little dots all over the place. And there are our two snow globes. We can outline them if we want. I'm not going to outline the Christmas tree one because there's too much going on with it. I could probably outline the snowman. We're going to go through. We are going to outline the base. here's our little snowman looking up at the beautiful snow. Then here is our Christmas tree. But thank you all for watching. I hope you'll have a blessed day. Bye!